So my name is Ryan Roche, and I think you could probably call me a self-help or self-improvement junkie. Salespeople love motivation. We have chosen a job that sometimes is not the most enjoyable. Sometimes people aren't excited to talk to you. So you need that motivation to push through. And I think a lot of people know really what to do. It's just getting motivated to actually go and take some action. And so over the years, I've studied different material from Brian Tracy or Zig Ziglar or Tony Robbins, and I'm going to make a disclaimer that if some of these principles happen to be things that they teach, I apologize if I'm not giving them a shout out, because literally this stuff has been internalized in me over the years. But it's interesting that as I've had a chance to attend different seminars, I find myself 2 or 3 weeks later back into the same patterns that I was in before. And that's oftentimes why motivation is deemed as gimmicky or temporary. They say that a tiger never changes its stripes or a leopard never changes its spots, because oftentimes we find ourselves back in the same human patterns that we were in before. But what I have fundamentally believed over the years is that motivation is something that has to be almost fed every single day, that you need to be able to draw on something to get you up and get you jacked for life. And so what I want to share with you today is really 5 techniques or strategies that I have found have really impacted my own life, as well as the lives of those that I have a chance to work with. The first thing that I want to share with you is kind of 2 strategies in one, but I found that if you can start your day with successes, getting the juices flowing, and getting your mind right, that you can start the day off on that right track to ultimately end the day on a real positive note. Now, for me, this originally started as just a desire to lose weight and get healthy and hopefully get that body that I ultimately wanted to have in my life. And I started a program of exercise, regular exercise, resistance training, and cardio. For 7 days a week, I'm eating right. 6 days a week, I'm working out. And after 3-4 weeks, I'm starting to see some really great results. After 6 weeks, I was able to go from 237 to 202. But somewhere in that process, I realized that the working out was doing something unique in me. I realized that I was going to the office every day with a new sense of fulfillment and excitement for life. I realized that I was more motivated, and I realized that I was getting better production out of myself and those that I was working with. But also what it's done for my soul and my psyche has been even the most important thing. So the other principle that I've been able to apply in starting my day with a success that's worked with my own life, and something that I've shared with the other sales guys that we have a chance to work with, is that if I can start every single day with prayer, my day goes drastically better. Now, I know that a lot of people have different interpretations of prayer. This is not a religious discussion. Some look at yoga as a form of prayer. Others just get up in the morning and express how grateful they are for the things in their lives. Others will pray to their own God in their own way. And I think that no matter what angle you take at it, I think oftentimes we can all agree on one thing. I have a great friend, and oftentimes he said, "Ryan, I really don't know what I believe, what person or force or whatever is out there. But I can say that in looking back on my life, that whatever it is, it's good." Every single morning, get up and be grateful. Say, express the things you're grateful for. Put out positive energy. Wish goodwill on other individuals. And I promise you that those things will come back to you. So in the sales profession, many times our guys don't always experience happy customers. Sometimes they'll find themselves in a situation with a cold call where that person is not very excited to see them, and it can literally ruin your day. But in our profession, you got to be back on your game by the time you talk to the next person. And so one thing that we've really been able to implement within our sales programs, as well as what I have implemented in my own life, is positive self-reinforcement or self-talk. In a sense, it's just talking to yourself. But if you can somehow bombard your subconscious with positive material, it will manifest itself outwardly in a physical form. I love me. I love me. If you love yourself, it's pretty difficult to go on and have a bad day or to look at a situation poorly. Other things is, I love these people. I love these people. I love these people. Especially after a bad rejection, that is something that will help you in having your mind right. And so it's another technique or strategy to allow yourself to be motivated because your mind is right as you enter these different situations. So the fourth principle is really having a life built around commitments and goals. And I know there's a ton of different strategies out there, but two that I have found very helpful is one, establishing commitments. And those are the things that you are going to do no matter what. You will die before you will not achieve this commitment. Now, the second part of that is something that gets you jacked and excited and pumped for life. A goal is something that gets you up early in the morning and keeps you awake late at night. It's something that just literally talking about it with your friends gets you really excited. One of the things that we say every single year at the beginning of the year is, I'm going to start my goals on January 1. I'm going to screw up my life up until January 1. But when January 1 comes around, that's when I'll make some changes. And that is so ludicrous and stupid. I don't know why we say that, but we trick ourselves into thinking that we can put that off until a later time. So as soon as we establish those goals and commitments, we take immediate action. And sometimes it's small. Sometimes it's very small. But we need to take immediate action and get that ball rolling to ultimately achieve what we want to accomplish in our lives. So the fifth and final piece to all of this is you're really going to do nothing unless you schedule it just like anything. You have to make time sacred for things that are important in your life, just like you have to do with motivation. And as you consistently, every single day, you're doing things to motivate yourself. It's funny, but motivation, which is sometimes thought of as a very temporary thing, will become a habit. You know, the experts say that it typically takes 21 days to create a habit, and only through scheduling it during those 21 days will we be able to actually see motivation become something that we internalize and really becomes a part of our lives. So my only hope and prayer for you is that you can take these 5 strategies and apply them immediately in your life. And hopefully this is just the difference between you being the person that you are right now and the person that you can and really ought to become. So go out there and be motivated and get it!